coming to you live from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a bunch of fucking idiots.
God damn it.
I told you it's moment.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode, 46 of the Backstage Podcast. I am one of the multiple hosts here tonight. I am GunkPunk. With me, as always, we have Clutch Lucky, and then his name this week is Chicken Eater of Beef Nuggets, which is a bit different than what he used last week. And then we've got
still beef.
It is still beef. So there's beef in it somewhere. So with us, we have a special guest this week. I'm going to let him introduce himself real fast. So go ahead.
Hey, what's up? My name's Andy. A.m. buried inside of us. In a couple different bands. I got the chance to be on this podcast, which is super cool. These guys are awesome. I've been doing music for a long time, but like I got to one of my shows and stuff like that as I've progressed. I've done shows with both of them, different times, different bands, solo and with the band stuff, and it's really cool. So I'm excited.
Hell yeah!
Fuck.
All right. So as you guys know how we do this every week, we start this off with some music news, and our celebrity death pool actually ties into our music news this week. As everybody knows, I believe it was yesterday, correct?
I guess I don't know. I don't really care.
Yesterday or Monday night.
It was either Monday night or yesterday. But as everybody knows, we did in fact lose someone from the music scene, not locally but nationally. The artist, country artist Toby Keith, did pass away. That also ties into our celebrity Deadpool because he was a member of the honorary Deadpool, and he was added because of a guest that we had 3 weeks ago, which was Aaron. Somebody correct me on the last name. I'm gonna say it fucking wrong. Was it Lothar?
I think it's Lothar.
Lothar. Okay, so Aaron Lothar requested that we put him on our celebrity Deadpool, and he did demand it. So I'm gonna add him on the list real quick because I did not do that, and somebody reminded me. So he is officially a point holder on this roster. With that being said, because it was an honorary Deadpool member, everyone is now sitting at 1 point. So we're now all an even. Fucking Nintendo.
Wait.
That is Nintendo, right? Pokemon?
No.
No?
Oh
No.
I fucked up.
This is Pokemon, you asshole.
God.
Ah! What was that from?
Final Fantasy.
God damn. All right, listen. I have not played
Man,
Final Fantasy.
Big, fat
I have
man.
not played it in so many years. So exactly, leave me alone. All right, so that's our Deadpool and our music news. We did lose Toby Keith. Rest in peace.
Just
Fuck
to
you.
Correct. It was Monday night
Okay.
in his sleep.
Anyways, so Andy is trying so hard to keep his fucking composure right now. He's like, I am trying not to lose it. Dude, it's okay to laugh. That's the whole point, is we're trying to make each other laugh. All right. So with that being said, means it is time for us to quickly transition into our first official thing of the evening, which is...
It's time for this week's top 3, Queen.
All right. So our top 3 this week was, I believe I actually picked this, if I'm correct.
Yeah, you did.
Uh,
You did, and I got super excited.
Everybody got stoked the minute I said this because it just popped in my head, and that is 90s music videos. So for those of you who don't quite understand, this is music videos that strictly came out between the years of 1990
If you don't
and
fucking understand, get the fuck off this podcast.
I mean, it is an 18 and up podcast, but
Do you not understand? We're like, most of us are 30 now, so they're in their 20s.
you're not wrong. Look, I'm about to be 29, all right? So you don't have to call me out like that.
Wait,
So
Andy,
fuck you.
How old are you? Aren't you like 16?
I'm 31.
God damn it, I'm still the youngest one here. Fuck! But anyway,
Got old
so...
fucking Grandpa Clutch over here
Yeah.
dying on the touch it.
Clutch is like a fucking piece of Gothic architecture.
Did you remember your cane today?
I fucking needed my walker and my wheelchair. What are you talking about?
Okay, but did you remember your Prilosec?
Bitch.
Hey,
please.
shut up! I'm supposed to take that. I have chronic heartburn.
All right. So while he's doing that, like I was explaining, the years 1990 to 1999, any music videos that were released in that time frame is what we're talking about here. Now, each of us having grown up in the early 2000s and the 90s, we know a lot, and we've seen. We were just talking about it before this. I have 13 different videos just listed of ones that I have personally seen growing up. He was walking all serious. Look at him, and there he
He was
goes.
giving you the side eye like a motherfucker.
I had to pull a Mara for a second there. That's what she does. She'll sit there and you pat her. You know, you get your dog next to you and you just pat him on the butt or something, and she'll be like,
That bombastic side eye. All right.
She does it all the time. She's a shady bitch.
So I'm going to throw my 3 top picks out real fast, and then I'm going to pick someone in here at random.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
So you guys saw me do the little weird fucking goblin waddle in there?
Yeah.
You want to know how old I am? I hurt my toe doing that. I don't know how. But my toe is
I was
screaming
about
at
to
me and it's
ask
on
how.
fire. I don't know.
Shit happens, man. Look, it's just
it's
Luckily,
okay.
it's
At
not
least
in my
you didn't
drawers yet.
sneeze and fall in the fucking shower.
it's just like the possum screaming at its own ass. It just happens. All right, I'm going to put that right back in there. All right, so my top 3 picks that I'm going to throw out here is Lunchbox by Marilyn Manson.
Oh, there's one. That's the one I forgot to add.
I'm going to go with Losing My Religion by REM.
Religion.
I knew to not put
Religion,
that one
fuck
on
you.
the list.
That's
And-
pee in the corner.
Damn it. And I've got to pull up Gnomes because I forgot to get his up in front of me, and I want to make sure that I'm not picking any off of his list, and none of mine are on his list. My last one is going to be, and I'm having to look through my fucking list to make sure. So I said Losing My Religion, Everlong, and Foo Fighters Everlong. That's my third one, and then Marilyn Manson with Lunchbox. So those are my top 3 picks. I have quite a bit of honorable mentions.
Hey, shut the fuck up and say gnomes.
All right, so Gnomes, you guys want me to read all of his or just the top 3?
Just the top 3.
Do the top 3 and then sprinkle in his honorable mentions when we get to it.
All right, Gnomes' top 3 is Foo Fighters with Learn to Fly, Bloodhound Gang with The Bad Touch,
Ooh.
and Green Jelly with 3 Little Pigs.
Oh, I totally forgot about that one. Such a good
So-
one.
Classic.
All right. Let's go with Andy. Did you pick any, or were you just kind of sitting here to enjoy?
I'm just enjoying.
All right. You know what? Because
Blending into
he's
his background really well.
he is. It's like, where does he
It's almost
begin?
green screen.
Here soon, I'm hoping to get mine back up.
Consumed by darkness.
I'm gonna go with the old man who's dying on his deathbed over there. So,
Yeah.
Clutch, what do you got?
All right, so the top 3.
I'm just gonna rattle off my first 3 that I have wrote down, which is Red Hot Chili Peppers, Give It Away.
Okay.
Corn, Freak on a Leash.
Okay.
That's a badass music video.
That
Yeah.
was.
I love that music video.
And then Daft Punk, Around the World.
Ooh. Now
Yeah, good call.
that's the animated one, isn't it?
Or
Or is it? No. Okay, I'm thinking of
No,
a different
that's
one.
harder, better, faster, stronger.
Okay.
Yes. That
I was thinking of a different one. All right.
I love Daft Punk, so
Clearly.
Chicken.
Chicken, it's your turn.
I'm getting there. So my first one is Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. Obviously, you guys all
knew it.
gave
We
it
all
to
knew
me.
it.
fucking
We
knew
knew
it.
it.
You all gave
I
it to me.
deliberately left that one off the list because
I
I,
know.
knew it was gonna
Because
be
you got, I showed the fucking tattoo last week of Bad Motorfinger.
Yeah.
So that my second one is Sabotage by the Beastie Boys.
That's a good
Oh, Sabotage is killer.
And I had to pick this one because I remember watching this music video a lot when I was a kid because it was one of my mom's favorite songs, and that's Time Marches On by Tracy Lawrence.
Ooh. Okay.
Fucking
Good one.
love that song too. It's such a good country song.
All
Fuck.
right. I'm going to quickly bounce through my honorable mentions real fast here. We've got the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Under the Bridge.
That's a good
Blink-182 with What's My Age Again.
Mhm.
Green Day with Basket Case.
Ooh, I forgot about that one.
I've got a double.
That's a cool music video too.
I've got 2 more Marilyn Manson songs, The Beautiful People and Dope Hat. Tool with Sober. Weezer with Buddy
Fuck yeah.
Holly. 9 Inch Nails with
That
Closer.
was on mine.
And Nirvana with Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh, you took 2 of
Yes.
my honorables.
And then
So
you're probably gonna be upset with these. So Gnome's honorable mentions was Primus with Winona's Big Brown Beaver. Static X
I
with
do
Push
have a
It.
Primus one.
Fuck yeah.
Sepultura with
Sepultura.
I don't even know how, I'm gonna spell it RATAMAHATTA.
Ramada?
Sure. We're talking about Gnome here. He fucking sent me
I
this
know.
shit. And then Rob Zombie with Dracula.
Oh, I totally forgot that was a 90s one. I
Yep.
should have known that was a fucking 90s one.
You should have,
Right?
you old bastard. Anyways, Clutch, what's your honorable mentions you got?
You took 2 of mine between yours and Gnomes and whatnot, but I have 2 more, which is Smashing Pumpkins 1979,
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
and then I had to go with one that I remember hearing quite often and seeing
Uh-huh.
on the TV almost everywhere I went, which was Wu-Tang Clan Triumph.
Okay. Very
Fuck
nice.
yeah.
All right. All right, AJ, what do you got?
I got Where It's At by Beck.
Ooh.
Mr.
Hell yeah.
Crinkle by Primus. That was my pick.
Okay.
Hammer Smash Face by
Cannibal
Cannibal
Corpse.
Corpse.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Them Bones by Alice in Chains.
Of course.
The Dope Show by Marilyn Manson. And one I just thought of because we wouldn't be able to complete the whole grunge wheelhouse without Jeremy by Pearl Jam.
Yes. Yes. Valid. All right.
And most of the things by Smile, but I don't think they actually put out real music videos.
Valid.
Smile is a really good grunge band if you haven't listened to them. By the way, guys, when we get through our new wheelhouse of albums we have to listen to, it's probably going to be one of the next ones because it's such a good album.
Keep it on your list, man. That's all I could say. All right. Well, that has been our top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and jump over to our next segment, which is.
It's time for AJ Show shoutouts! I'm
All
going to do
right.
something weird with that when I get this interface set up.
Yes, please.
Quit going blurry, you piece of shit.
Just yeah, we definitely got to update the intros for our shit. Like I really should redo mine and not be so fucking close to my microphone when I do it. Luckily, I've got that voice effect saved, so we should be good. But
Yeah,
what
we'll
do
be
you
all
got?
right for now.
Yeah, what do you got, AJ?
Butter. Sorry. This is my innards rearranging themselves quickly.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm trying to get these shows organized real quick. I found a bunch of them and just plopped them in there.
Okay, you're good.
So it's 10th, 11th.
Share that real quick while I'm sitting here waiting on you to finally
Nice.
fucking
Oh,
do
this
the
is-
thing.
Wait, listen.
Yeah,
Listen.
Gunk.
But
What?
Shut it.
Okay.
Oh, that was for next week. Okay, so I finally have an order.
Okay.
Most of these are on the 10th, but I've got 2 of them. One's on the 6th, one's on the 7th. So what is today's?
Today's the 7th. So if it's the 6th and 7th.
Shit, I missed the 6th.
Wait,
So look. I'm working a lot of hours, man. Anyway, okay, so
Did you, man?
scratch. So anyway, tonight
Okay.
you missed it. You're gonna miss it. It's going on right now. At 98th Street in OKC, Jared James Nichols is on tour. He is playing right now.
Okay.
With special guest The Bites. So if you happen to be out in the area and you don't want to listen to us anymore, definitely pop out to 89th Street and see what's popping out there. The tickets are $20 because it's the day of the show, and the show is going on right fucking now, my dude. So that leads me to the 10th of February.
Brendan, Clifford, Henry, thank you all so much
Somebody
for liking the video.
fat fingered the keys on this one.
What did you do? Just
So Kels Mason and Aaron G. Randall are going to be playing along with, I believe this is Coffee and Vanilla. This is live acoustic show by Coffee and Vanilla. It's going to be 40 West Bar and Grill. That's in Yukon, Oklahoma. There's no cover. It is on the 10th of this month,
okay.
and it starts at 9 p.m. So that's going to be at 40 West Bar and Grill. That's about all I got on that one. There's not really much to it. There's no cover. Pop up, have a beer, and listen to some music there.
There you
Let's
go.
go. And then we got Showdown at Legends. This is in Chickasha. It is also February 10th. So if you're out in that area, it looks like Casey Chestnut's going to be playing. It's going to be $20 to get in. It's at Legends Pub House. There's tickets available at ticketstorm.com, and the doors open at 6:30 p.m. That's Showdown at Legends with Casey Chestnut in Chickasha at Legends Pub. That is next week's show. Let's see. There we go. So I apologize in advance. There is a band on this, and my eyes are...
Do you have it in the show shoutouts?
Like, hold on. Yeah, you're going to have trouble with it too.
Which one is it?
It's February 10th. This one is in Norman, Oklahoma. This is going to be at the Incom Cyber Hall and Gaming
Yes.
Lounge. It's going to be Sunny B from Kansas.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to read
the
that.
Dam, and I believe that is Primal. Oh wait, yeah, I think it's Primal Hominid.
Sure.
That's Christoph Murdoch's place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've played there before. I just like you, I cannot read what the fuck that name is.
I believe that's Primal Hominid. The more I look at it, the more I'm starting to see it.
Hold on, I know how we can fix this. Let me look it
Is
up.
Hominid or humanoid?
Okay, he's gonna look that up, but I'm gonna say it's Primal Hominid. Everybody, place your bets. So that's gonna be Saturday, February 10th. It's with Sonny B from Kansas against the Dam, and I'm saying Primal Hominid for now. I could be right, I could be wrong,
Hold on.
but that's February 10th. The doors are at 6 p.m. Music is at 7 p.m. This is all ages show. It's $10 to get in. It's at the Incom Cyber Hall and Gaming Lounge in Norman, Oklahoma.
It is
Oh,
Primal Hominid. You had it right.
Fuck yeah, dude, haven't lost it. God damn, I can read a pile of sticks from a mile away. Anyway.
Wrap it around my dick.
Anyway, there's going to be a matinee show at the Grand Royale.
Okay.
This is a 21 plus show. It is going to be $10. It's on February 11th. And the parties playing are Wolf Ugly, Cry Hard, and Sunny B. So the matinee show starts at 4 p.m. It's 21 plus to get in. The Grand Royale in OKC with Wolf Ugly, Cry Hard, and Sunny B. $10 to get in, and that is on the 11th of February. And that's all I got this week.
Give you the golf clap. All right, well,
Yeah.
that is our show shout out there with AJ. Let's go ahead and move over real quick to, where's the button?
This is Gnome's recent releases.
You son of a bitch. All right. So Gnome is not here, as everybody could tell. He is not feeling well. Clutch isn't either, but Clutch is here. So Gnome, what excuse do you have?
He's just not
Anyways,
looking
Yeah, you
well.
short son of a bitch.
so he sent me his list of new releases. The first up is Bowling for Soup. They have a new single called Award Show Taylor Swift. Then there's 10 Years with a new single Rise. Era with a new single, Cure. Ocean's 8 Alaska with a new single, Endless Hollow.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Billy Joel with a new single, Turn the Lights Back On. It's what you say when you're ready for her to get out of the room.
No, you just keep them off and kick them out.
I mean, 50-50. No. Usher with Feels, the new single is Ruin. And then Paramore with a new single cover of Talking Heads' Burning Down the House, which I would be curious to see, to listen to that for sure. Let's see. God damn it. How did I not know? How did I not know? All right. So that is all of Gnome's recent releases for this week. Let's see. Yep. So that means it's now time for...
It's time for Gunk's Gunk Flapper.
So I won't lie. They're all a little mad at me because I wouldn't tell them who it was. They are.
Get used to it.
I
It's gonna be in
tried.
every...
I tried so fucking
They
hard.
tried so hard to get me to tell them who the artist for this week's Gun Flapper was.
I nonchalantly walked it into a conversation.
He
too.
tried,
He was
and
like-
I've been.
he's like, and I gotta get rid of the stuff for the gun flapper, and then do this and that. And I'm like, oh man, that's great, dude. That's awesome. So who is it?
He tried.
He paused for a second. He was like, I'm not gonna tell you. I'll get him one of these
All right.
days. I'll make him have to redo his research.
Yep. Fuck you. What you don't know is that I don't do any research until after the episode, after our meeting. That's when I do my.
Symbiote.
All right. So this week's artist is. Are you ready? Jonathan Davis.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Yep.
That's
I
amazing.
figured it'd be
These
fitting.
videos.
So as you all know, I have 3 statements about this.
God damn it. I said his name like 13 times when we were doing Monday's podcast. I gave you the fucking idea. You bastard.
I know.
I'm so mad at myself.
I saw that podcast too.
All right. So this week's episode, the artist that I picked is Jonathan Davis, and I will do A, B, C. You have to pick, and Andy, I'm going to put your name on the list so we can keep track of our guest scores as well. So, A, his father was a keyboardist for Buck Owens and Frank Zappa, while his mother was a professional actress and dancer. B, after dropping out of college and being an apprentice, he actually became a professional embalmer for a funeral home. And C, he's actually been a DJ since 1986 while he was still in high school. Again, that was A, his father was a keyboardist for Buck Owens and Frank Zappa, while his mother was a professional actress and dancer. B, after dropping out of college and being an apprentice, he became a professional embalmer for a funeral home. C, has been a DJ since 1986 while still in high school.
I'm gonna pick A.
Hold on. You're going to get a chance to think it over. All right. So, Andy, I'm going to go to you first. You're the guest. Was it A, B, or C?
I'm still gonna probably go with A.
Okay. You believe A is a lie? Okay.
I believe it's questionable. They all seem so legitimate.
Okay. AJ. Is it A? Or I'll give you a second. A, B, or C?
What was B again?
After dropping out of college and being an apprentice, he became a professional embalmer for a funeral home.
Okay. God, these are tough because they all seem like these ones are actually really hard. Where I'm not like, oh, yeah, this one seems like a lie. Man, fuck. I gotta go with Andy. A just seems like too drawn out.
Okay. Clutch. Is it A, B, or C?
What was C again?
He's been a DJ since 1986 while he was still in high school.
Damn it! Now I wish I knew exactly how old this fucker was. Like,
You can't look it up. That's cheating.
It's plausible. I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at my soundboard.
I'm gonna go with C.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with C.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Clutch just gained a point.
Damn.
Knew it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I was like, wait, there has
so his father was actually a keyboardist. He did play with Buck Owens and Frank Zappa, and his mother was a professional actress and dancer. He did go to college for like, I want to say, if I remember correctly, it was like a year or two. He dropped out, and he was an apprentice at a funeral home. And after being there for a while, he actually became a professional embalmer for them. He was a DJ in high school, but he didn't start until 1987.
That's a cop out. What a bitch. Move.
How many times have I told you, motherfuckers, I'm going to take something that's true and twist it just enough that it seems like it's true, but it's actually false.
Only similarity that I thought was with A was how he wrote Daddy, and then looking back at his book and stuff, or his partial biography on stuff, it was talking about like his dad himself and stuff, and that's why I thought that was in a similarity on that area, and I was like, oh man. Then you said that like his DJ stuff, and I was like, then he said like straight up, he's like, how old is he?
Yeah.
Like, damn it, he seems so legit.
That's how I get you. I make it seem. I will literally. I go to Wikipedia and I find this information, and what I will do is I will find something that I'm like, I can twist this just enough that you still think it's true, but it's false, and that's exactly
so
what I
clean.
do. All right, so that has.
He actually she's pretty good at this. I hate that we all kind of brainstormed, and I fucking was thinking of Savathun from Destiny at the time. I was like, oh, 2 truths and a lie. That'd be pretty cool. No, I regret. I have major regret.
All right.
In Crucible.
So that has been
Destiny? Bro, fucking, we're gonna have to exchange gamer tags after this.
Well, he's in the Discord, so it saves you that trouble. All right.
I've been
So
playing Power World too much.
that has been our gum flapper for this week. That means it is now time for.
This is Clutch's cover corner.
Gotta have the triangle. All right. So, Clutch, what was the cover chosen this week?
Oh, damn it.
You're playing with your wiener. That's why your camera's off. What most people don't know is they call him the cow. I'll let you take a guess why.
I call him a chia pet, but that's a different story.
What do you think?
Fuck
They
you,
just
sir.
call me a spider.
He's milking it.
Ooh.
God.
Hell
Quit.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. This week's cover was actually pitched by fucking none other than fucking chicken eater of beef nuggets.
I'm dying over here.
Oh, damn
Damn
it.
good.
And it is Numb by Linkin Park.
Oh shit.
Which, for those of you who remember one of our old co-hosts, Theta, a.k.a. Blanky Boy, he was not a fan of Linkin Park. So
Can we all just like start spam tagging him right now so he can see this part of the
Hold on.
podcast?
Let me see if I can get him in the chat. Hold on.
He's
I can't get him.
He's gonna be like, I'm out.
If somebody wants to start spamming the general chat and tagging his ass in there, be like, hey, you should check out the podcast. Anyways, so
and I'm gonna have to ask somebody fucking help me with some of these names because I still do not have my glasses.
I got you.
So, AJ, is this picking on series?
Picking on series, yes.
Okay. Looks like it's a bluegrass tribute. I am not.
Don't even bother with that one.
Gnome, or I'm sorry, not Gnome. Gunk put in a cover from First to 11.
Mm-hmm.
Gnome actually stole my first option from Dave Winkler. which is a piano cover. I'm
Yep.
correct.
Yes.
And then I spent way too fucking long, about 16 different fucking cover tabs that I had open Monday night. This is Tay and Kyle
Olthoff? Olthoff.
Yeah, Olthoff.
Sure.
Which is a different take on it.
Okay. Now, before we go into the ranking system, I think it's time that we introduce the new process.
I'm down.
Okay. So instead of all of us listing our best to worst, we're actually going to do this a bit differently. Now it is a group decision. So as a group, we've all listened to this. I don't know if you listened to any of them, Andy.
I'm not certain if I have.
Okay.
I'm totally down to
Okay.
learn or listen.
Man, you fucking should have.
Had to get the auto tune going. So Andy, if you want, you could see. Oh, give him a second to breathe.
It was fucking on point.
Just be glad I haven't turned on the creepy doll voice. I'd have you all freaking out.
Dude, I couldn't even hear it. I turned off the listen to myself option because I will
Oh,
swear
yeah.
my words.
It fucks with me every time. I will.
It's got like a 0.002 second
Delay.
delay.
Yep.
And you're like, you start talking and you're like,
Yeah. So what I will do, just funny little thing, I have a creepy doll voice in my voice mod, and I will turn my webcam off, turn off to hear myself so I don't hear it, and I will start talking in that creepy voice, and Gnome fucking hates it. He's like, turn that shit off. It's great. But so the way this is going to work, Andy, if you want, you can go into the
That's
Clutch's
scary,
Cover
man.
Corner text channel on the server. All the covers are in there. If you want to just do a quick listen to them as I describe this, you can go through them if you want. But the way this is going to work is we're all, as a group, going to pick what we believe should be the top tier cover and what we think was the bottom tier and everything in between.
Oh.
So
we didn't really discuss, like...
I think we should just go from like top to bottom. Like,
Yep.
obviously, we're gonna leave out the original because we picked it
Yeah.
for a reason.
yes, and I will get a notepad open to put all this
Are
shit.
we doing like a grading
Also-
scale from top to bottom, and then whichever one has the
I
highest
think
points?
I think we're just gonna pick one, and we're all gonna discuss how we felt about it.
We can do
So
that.
it'll kind of get its own ranking in that. So if it's like, you know, 2 positives and a negative, or like, you know, well, if if Gnome were here, it'd be like 3 positives and a negative. Well, then it got like, you know, a 2.
More like 2.5 and then a negative. Let's be real.
So are we going through the numb covers? Right?
Yes. So if you want, so we're going to discuss the first one, which is the Picking On series. So if you want to listen to that one real fast, we're going to kind of discuss it, and we're going to give you a chance to listen to it while we discuss it, and then you can put your thoughts in as well.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm listening to it right now.
He's
Whoa,
like,
I
hello. So for our viewers, as you guys know, I cannot play these covers. YouTube and Facebook throw bitch fits, and I really don't want to deal with that. So
Before we get fully into the segment, at some point I'm going to go through on the podcast Facebook page, and
Okay.
I'm going to make groups for each one of our segments. So anytime I announce shows, anytime we post covers, anytime Gnome has new songs come out, we are going to post those into those groups. So if you have a particular segment like you like say Gnome's recent releases, because you love to see what new music's come out, what you've missed, you can go to that every single week, and we will have them updated in there. Like probably YouTube links, because that's friendly and safe for everybody to just click go and listen. So
Yeah.
we'll do that, and you know, always feel free to comment in there. Hey, can I get a Spotify link? I want to add this to a playlist. Sure, yeah, we can find it, post it on there for you.
Say-
Hi, Mara.
Yep.
Dad's trying to talk to people. But we'll I'm gonna do that soon because I'm gonna create some cover photos for those. But it might be in the coming weeks or something when I have some time off. But
So-
just wanted to state that now.
watch the page, ladies and gentlemen, because that will be available in the near future. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
And we'll probably share those posts in the main page too, because it'll help, generate activity in it. But, a usual group, you always have to join in. I'll probably make some kind of security questions so we don't get bots and stuff jumping in there.
I mean, eventually I may make this server public where our viewers who at home would like
that's
to.
dangerous as fuck.
Well, it is a community server, but that is also why we have specific roles for specific people. So the only people who have access to certain areas are specified in the chat. Like there is a specific group chat that only us as the hosts can access. I have a separate chat for strictly moderators to access. And then the voice chats, which I will probably make some more for that. So for our viewers at home, both on Facebook and YouTube, if you guys would like me to make this a more open community server, comment down below. Let us know. And if it's
Or email us.
Or email us. We do have our email on Facebook on the page. You can email us any ideas you may have. I will read those every time I get them. So let's start with the first song that we have on this list, which was the Pickin' On series, which is actually a bluegrass tribute to the song Numb by Linkin Park. Clutch, what did you think about that song?
Good. Not too much. Swallow it. Swallow it.
Spinners are quitters, bitch!
Whirl it around and then just chunk it back, man. Or share it with the dog, whichever is your choice.
I mean, hey,
Dad's fine.
What's the dog?
Dad's okay.
what the
I'm
dog
okay.
doing?
She's looking for nose boops.
Boop the snoots. Yeah, I mean it was good for
You
there's
got
the
another
puppers.
poppers.
Yeah, more puppies.
Woo!
Just not my wheelhouse of stuff, so it was very hard for me to like really just get into it.
Yeah.
But I'm not knocking it just because it's a different style. Like
Not everybody's into bluegrass. Like, weirdly enough, I am. And we went down a rabbit hole with those guys last night. They actually have a lot of really good covers.
Hell yeah.
Listen to their wedding album. It's really good. Their cover of Faithfully, I almost cried. It's so good.
All right. So, Clutch,
I'll
you think
post that
it's
and listen to this shit.
it's good, but it's not your style, right?
yeah.
Okay. AJ.
Obviously, I posted this one. I love it. I love these guys. I love most of their takes on
Real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna make this easier for all of us to kind of grade it, so we can use it to grade the albums themselves. So we're gonna go with poor, fair, good, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So which one are you gonna use for this cover?
Great.
Great. Okay. And why?
I just particularly like their fun little takes on either modern songs or classic rock songs, or hell, they've done a few metal songs, and they do it in a completely different genre. Sometimes they completely shake it up, and if it wasn't an original song you already knew, you would think it was an original song of that genre sometimes.
Okay. All right. So let me.
Shit ain't nothing to me, man. I'll kill you, you stupid piece of shit.
That's what I think about Clutch's fucking bullshit.
So, Clutch, are you gonna stick with your rating of good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to rethink that, buddy. You heard me.
All right, Andy.
That was actually an accident. That was solidly
It
an
worked out
accident.
great, Andy. The ratings are poor, fair, good, and great. What would you rate that cover?
I honestly would rate it as well great. The reason being is because they took it and it became a manic state.
Mm-hmm.
It became a very big statement from like the emotional side, but like in a different feel. Numb itself originally, I mean, it's like the same take, but a completely different take, which is kind of weird. It's contradicting, but I'm gonna definitely say great on that one. That was really fucking cool.
Okay. I have to agree with everything I'm hearing here. I would definitely rate it as, and you can say whatever the fuck you want, AJ. I don't care. I am gonna rate it as good, simply because it was a little weird for me hearing it that way. But it was a great take on the song, and they definitely had the emotional take with it as well. But just hearing the intro kind of threw me off at first. Hearing it, I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me. But it was a good cover. Do not get me wrong; it is a good cover. But it's one of those that I'm just, I'll listen to it, yeah, if it comes on. So, but
Yeah, like I said before, bluegrass isn't everybody's cup of tea.
so because we have a 50-50 across the board with 2 top tier, 2 second tier, we're going to go ahead and give that a second tier for right now. So bluegrass cover is going to be listed as good, and that can change pending. So our next one is the first 211. So let me make some adjustments, and while I do this, Clutch, on your thoughts on the first 211 cover, would you rate it poor, fair, good, or great?
I'm gonna have to go with good on this one as well.
Okay.
I don't know if it was just her as the singer on this.
Okay.
Which most of you know, Andy doesn't know, is I am a die-hard Linkin Park fan.
Yeah.
Like, they are in my top 5. If anything, my top 3 of all-time bands. So I had made it a point to not have a Linkin Park cover until AJ pitched this one. So, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, go for it.
Balls deep in
So I'm being very, very harsh on some of these. Like they're good, but I'm looking for. Yeah, they're not Chester. Like I'm looking for them to hit these notes. I'm looking to, and with the first 11 one, it just keeps this solid tone with her vocals. I'm not hearing the ups. I'm not hearing the downs. Like, so I'm real.
Okay.
I'm listening. I can still hear you guys. I just
You're good.
So I'm gonna have to go good with this one as well.
Not quite vocally there, almost monotone.
I have actually heard this this cover. When I saw that, I just kind of populated and I kind of listened to a little bit of it. And I had seen this cover about like maybe a couple weeks ago. Someone had shared it through Facebook or maybe it was Twitter. I saw it on here. I just went back and listened to like partials of it, and I remember exactly, and I know exactly what you're stating because I love Chester Bennington, and you were very correct on that statement. Like she hits it great. I mean, she really does, but not. It's not on that level that Chester had. It's not. It's the emotion.
Yeah.
It feels like the emotion when he wrote that song and was able to like when he expelled it. It was like he gave his soul. Like she gave her heart, but she didn't give her soul.
100%.
So let's go ahead and your rating of it: poor, fair, good, great. What would you say?
I would say it's definitely good, and just like I said, my last statement, it was great. I'm gonna retract that a little bit and say that was good as well. Now that like I kind of because I love Chester Bennington, even though that was a great in that style, it's still different.
Okay.
Hearing both of these and going through the covers, I love it, and they all did great as far as like concerning, but they gave their heart, not their soul.
Shit.
Right.
But it's because it's kind of a hard area to hit with that because he's such a legend, you know.
Yeah. All right. And AJ, poor, fair, good, or great with the first 211 cover?
Let me take a peek real quick because I did get to listen to all these this time. This one, I'm gonna go with fair.
Okay.
Kind of like with what Andy said. You could definitely tell they were fans and they liked it. And can I just state this now? The little backing Mike Shinoda vocals in that song. I've never cared for those.
Yeah.
Caught in the undertow. I'm just, you could have cut that part out, and I feel like it would have been an even better song.
The song's like
But
caught in the
that-
undertone. You're like, yeah, I'm caught up with that fucking shitty vocal. No.
Yeah, I'm done with
Sorry.
it. It's like, stop it, Mike. But anyway,
Quit it.
yeah, this cover, like, it was good. This was the only cover on this list I didn't make it all the way through.
I get
So
that.
that's why I'm giving it a fair. Because when I got to the chorus, it kind of felt like she was just going along with it. Like, she knew how it's supposed to go. she didn't really try to give like any other like alteration to her voice to like power it out, or
Yeah.
like it kind of like she just kept going with the same volume through the whole song for me. And there was no emphasis on, that chorus is supposed to be really strong because it leads into that extended chorus towards the end. But she just didn't hit the mark for me, so I got to give it a fair.
I get it. And this
Yeah.
was my choice, but I will give it a good. Again, you guys are all on point with everything, in my opinion.
That was another reason I wanted to pick this one, because it's
Such a good song.
even if you're not like unless you're Theta and you hate Linkin Park, you could just not like any of their discography, but you get to Numb and you're like, that's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm not a huge fan of Linkin Park, but I've got enough I could probably count on both hands that I like.
If you don't like Numb by Linkin Park, you chew on gravel.
I do it every
Hey
day.
Theta, that one's for you, sir. Coming from a guest that don't know you, that one's 100% thrown at your way.
Ugh. The urge
Now,
to pull.
Gunk, I want you to go back, clip this, and send it directly to him.
Oh yeah. I think what he's trying to say, Theta, is.
Fuck you, Tyler.
All right. I don't think Andy was prepared for any of this tonight.
No clue.
Oh my god, this is like the best.
All right. So our next cover is the Dave Winkler, which is, it looks like, if I remember correctly, this is strictly a piano cover.
Yes.
So Clutch, what is your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna go great on this one.
Okay.
But I do have some takeaways.
Okay.
You get the emotion out of this, and I don't know if it's just because it's the piano itself and the way he does it. And that's what I feel this song is. You, whether if it's the Chester version in Linkin Park, and it's all about the emotion. You get that emotion from the song, and with Dave Winkler's version of this, with just the piano breaking it down, you're getting that emotion from him.
Yeah.
Now, I do wish, same thing that I made the point of the first 211, is getting those notes, higher, or the lower ones, to get even more emotion out of it. But I'm still going to label this a great cover.
Okay.
Like I mentioned prior, this was going to be my cover pick, but Gnome popped it in before I could fully pick it.
Listen, we all know how low he is to the ground. He's got to be
I know.
fast. That's just how it works out.
Fuck! And that's exactly what I said Monday when he fucking posted this.
All right. AJ, what are we going to rate this? Poor, fair, good, or great?
I'm also gonna rate it great. I made
Okay.
it all the way through this one. I've got small little nitpicky things that I didn't care for, or
Okay.
it just kind of like hit me wrong. He had taken it in a different direction. He didn't have to have the power behind his voice to invoke the emotions.
Yeah.
I like his different take of the whole instrumental piece on piano. He changed it up, but it was numb. So I really like that. I know the weird little things for me were his accent kind of got in the way of some of the words,
Okay.
and I could hear that, and it wouldn't settle. It didn't rest well in my ear.
It just
So I
kept
was just
rattling.
like, every time he would like say something that I knew the words to, because I can follow along with the lyrics of the song in my head, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's not right. And I'm like, God, this is really good though. So I kept listening, and every time he would like, uh, I guess he would accidentally slur a word because of his accent. It would literally, if you guys sat there and listened to, like, watched me listen to it, you would hear me go, you would just see me go, and then keep listening, because I was like, oh, it's not how you pronounce that word.
Okay.
But yeah, no, other than that, like the whole piece, the way it's set up, he's got a beautiful voice,
Yeah.
and just the new depth of emotion that he gave that song was very good. So I'm going to keep my
Great.
vote of great on that.
Okay. Andy, what do we think?
I had just listened to it and stuff as you guys were having communication, but I will say AJ is correctly, like, he correctly placed that, like, exactly how I put it too. I can understand what you were saying when you said like his pronunciation, or it might have been his enunciation, like when he was saying certain words. But I do like love how, like, when I expected it to hit heavy, it felt like it hit more to the soul. Like he got closer to the soul than so far. Any of these artists and stuff, they hit a lot of heart, but he had like a lot of soul from jump. And honestly, throwing it out there, that was great. Like it really was. Like he was trying his hardest, and that's such a hard song to do, especially to cover, because of that area. It's not that about the notes; it's about like the emotion. The emotion is so strong with this song. So
All right. Honestly, you guys all hit the nail on the head for this one. Emotions there. Definitely took it in a different direction. Yeah, the accent was there. Me personally, I am gonna rate it great as well. Something about just classical instruments, pianos, violins, stuff like that just hits me. So it definitely just, yeah. I don't know what else I could say. You guys took everything, and that's fine. So
Took the wind out of that whole conversation.
pretty much. All right. So our last cover here is the Tay and Kyle Olthoff cover. So we're gonna start with Clutch. Clutch, what do you think?
So it was very hard for me. What the fuck was that?
Someone is having a bad time.
Okay. Like I said, Dave Winker one was my first choice, so I had to find a backup. And I mentioned it, I had like 16 tabs open.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
was very salty.
He
I was very, very salty. So I ended up like, okay, not only am I going to try to find a cover that hits, the emotion of the song, but also kept to themselves, did something, of themselves, didn't just try to replicate the song for itself. And that's where I found this one. I'm gonna label this one a good cover, because I feel like the Kyle part coming in, if you were just to take that completely out, I think she would kill this song by herself.
Okay.
It's a different style. I still get the emotion from it from her. I don't get a benefit or any more from the song with him coming in those parts.
Okay.
So I'm gonna label this a good cover.
All right. AJ, what are we thinking?
I did not like this one at all.
So we're gonna go ahead and go poor.
We're gonna go poor with this one.
Okay.
And it was mainly because her voice and his voice both sound very, very processed. Like, it sounds like they EQ'd and mixed and corrected way too much. She does not sound like she's actually singing that part to me. And when he comes in, the harmonies are so crisp, it feels way too manufactured for me.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't feel anything from this song. Like, the beat behind it was really good. It would have been super interesting if it was just like, you know, if it were just them two like sitting in a living room doing this song together with a machine next to them playing the beat. Would have
Okay.
been, I think it would have been a lot better. Like, I would have probably bumped it up to a good, but just, man, the overall, like, I listened to it and I
Welcome in,
really wanted to
Alejandro.
find a part
Alex,
I
thanks for
liked in
joining
it,
in.
and I could not find a damn thing I liked about this cover.
Okay. All right, Andy. What do we think on the Tay
Um,
and Kyle Olthoff cover?
So I actually genuinely liked it, but I was expecting it to be like kind of equal from both sides.
Sorry.
For him to kind of come in there and like really just wreak havoc with the vocals from their side, like the male perspective, like while she was singing like that, like his like I wanted him to be like destructive. Didn't quite happen in that, but it was a good take. And AJ was correct with that. Like it did sound overprocessed. At the same time, like Clutch was also correct with it. Like I really liked how it was going. But there was just something there that was missing. I'm gonna say it was good, or sorry, fair, good
Okay.
and fair, like somewhere in between there. But it was for what it was. They did a good job, but I feel like there could have been more, aggression from his point because she had that like emotional side.
Mm-hmm.
They could have shown that emotion from the other side, like maybe you don't understand me, and it just didn't happen. But that's okay. Like it was still good.
I feel like if they would have did some way of like a push pull
Yeah,
between the two
yeah,
of
like
them,
That would have made it
yes.
cool. It
Um,
probably could have
I
killed some of
I
that hate
felt
off
her
for me.
vocals overpowered his every time he would come in. Like
Yes,
I was
yes,
hearing
exactly.
her.
I get that because she was the focal point of the song. Like, she was the main vocals, but I do agree with that. Like, I wish they would have brought him up a little bit. The music video idea was super cool. And
Yeah, I thought that was super cool. Yeah.
I also agree with Andy. I wish he would have brought the aggression in there
Yeah.
because it seemed like she was singing about a poor relationship, you know, all that stuff with the whole setup of the music video. And I wish he would have brought in like the aggression. Like, hell, it would have been cool if this was like their take of a cover, like showing like, you know, a terrible relationship, an abusive relationship or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
and it comes from
like
both sides on
if
like
the
the
scenery
communication.
could have changed, like whenever it turns,
Mhm.
like, you know, maybe she's got like a torn sleeve and a like red on her face and he's like
Yeah.
yelling his lyrics at her and like the plants and stuff that were around the house are broken.
Like yeah, they're dying,
Yeah, like,
desiccating, like they're just
but I mean, I
yeah.
understand that's a very sensitive subject. That's hard to do. That's
Yes,
hard to
that
do
is.
without context.
Mhm.
But like I feel like they could have gone deeper if he did come in and like, you know, kind of powerhoused in there and they mixed them where they were both like maybe he was a little under her, but not like because the way it sounded to me, they should have been right here with both of those vocals, but he was down here. And
Maybe
they just
another
kind of
cover too could
blended
be
into the
of the
background.
sort where they're doing like per se the same thing, but his part is more of like the rap aspect of him, but it's more like communication.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Okay.
like things of that sort. But I really did think it was good. I really did. Like, I thought, overall, I thought it was really good. Just,
I will say I did like the take on it, but I definitely understand, the over processing. And yes, it could have used a little more aggression and the male aspect to really emphasize the entire cover of the song, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Well, that gives us our ratings here. So, what I have been doing is I have been taking the notes and setting everything aside. So, what I'm going to do is we don't need that information. We just need this. So as it stands right now, the bluegrass cover was listed as good, based on we had 2 greats, 2 goods. First to 11 was good because we had 3 goods, 1 fair. Dave Winkler, all 4 great, so great. And then Tay and Kyle, because we only had 2 good, 1 fair, and 1 poor, that dropped it down to fair. So based on that, if we put it in the order that we have, Dave Winkler is our number 1. Bluegrass is our number 2. First to 11 is our number 3. And Tay and Kyle is our number 4.
We're not even gonna mention.
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
Good,
Nope.
good. Because I started listening to it. I was like, oh God, oh Jesus,
So, that brings us to
get out of
another
here.
another fun, small, little tiny segment we decided to throw in on Monday, and it's called The Worst Cover Ever Made.
Hey,
And
there you
this
go.
week's worst cover ever made was...
Machine Gun Kelly covering
MGK.
Numb.
Ugh.
If you want to
gotta
destroy
throw
your
up
ears...
already.
Yep, if you want to destroy your ears, go for it. Otherwise,
So-
save yourself.
Since
I'd rather
the
masturbate
segment,
with razor blades. I'm gonna be honest.
sandpaper,
Wrap around my neck.
but
Sounds
Anyway.
actually pleasant.
uh,
Imperative.
in the future, we will probably elaborate and bash them a little more. But since we did the whole new dynamic this time with the cover corner, I don't think we really have time.
No. So, with that being said, Clutch, are you happy with the cover corner this week? Are you happy with the way we kind of did it?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, it's fun.
that has been our cover corner for this week, which means it is now time for the part that you all have been waiting for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to open this little program right here. And so you all have already been introduced to our guest this week, Andy here. As you know, every time we have a guest, I ask them ahead of time, hey, you got something I could show our viewers, our fans, something of you. So Andy has been kind enough, and I'm going to let him introduce this as I get this set up real quick. Give me
Give us
just...
our disclaimer.
Yes, go ahead and give us our disclaimer. I've got to set my nitro back up so that way it comes through clearly.
For sure, for sure. First thing, don't eat Tide Pods. Second thing,
Damn it!
100%.
Son of a bitch.
I give my 100% right to utilize this within this group and within anything past this group utilized for whatever the case. I was lucky enough to get on here, so whatever they decide to use this for, just to show you guys or as future progresses or anything like that, I've made everything with the instrumentals. I did the production. I did everything on it. It's not the best production. It's not the best beginning to ending, but it makes me move forward. I did the filming. I did everything of the sort. Actually had my wife with it, Kat West. She actually was in the video and stuff like that. Totally was excited about being here tonight, but she had to go out and like hang out with some friends and stuff like that. Like it was different plans, but all worked out. Very excited. This is Bathed in the Blood. This is you'll see like I have a little GRE chain. I was actually previously with my last label and stuff like that. I threw on their chain and stuff and did that. This is part of my solo stuff outside of the label, but I still did it, and I still do it in some of the other videos too. They're really cool. I throw on some bases loaded stuff sometimes. Sometimes I throw in like different band stuff. I throw on different shirts and stuff. I ask them if it's okay at first. A lot of them are cool with it, just because it helps promote everybody and stuff. But this is Bathed in the Blood, and I give 100% rights for usage of any sort with this group, for sure.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, like you heard, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bathed in Blood by Buried Inside of Us, Andy here. So I'm going to ask everybody here to mute their microphones, and we're going to go ahead and let this play. I'm going to minimize this, and here we go.
Just step right in. Yes, make this your home. You'll wash and bathe in sin. I've got something to show you. Please don't run away from me, because if you want to escape, the door's right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. If you see the table, don't worry, it's sacrifice. It's sacrifice. If you wanna know the light, it started in darkness. It's starving and heartless. It sits with a closed fist. Bring the gavel down, let it strike as it judges you. We're all guilty of something, we're all guilty of nothing, no. Go back and change the tide that it got buried inside of us. What's buried in you? It's buried in me. Go back and change the tide that it got buried inside of us. What's buried in you? It's buried in me. Now you see me. Why didn't you just leave me? Go and run away. Wait another lifetime to make you mine. I promise you I will save. Let it break and take you. Let it rearrange you. Anomalies aside. And the stars collide as the matrix breaks. Will you still love me, or will you walk away? Say you do, and I'll make you mine forever. What do you say? I do. Drink this blood, and we'll finally be together. A little bit more. I now pronounce you eternally down. Together, forever, until the end of time. And may the sun never rise, and the coffin close with you inside.
All right. That was Bathe in Blood by Buried Inside of Us, a.k.a. Andy here. So now you all have got to hear him. So now you're going to get to know about him. So let me go ahead and get our little questionnaire pulled up here. So, Andy, you kind of answered this, and you can go ahead and unmute yourself there. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Sorry.
So I'm assuming because some of these questions we kind of have generalized. So pretty much Buried Inside of Us is just you. Is that right?
Yes. I've been working on making my own music for about 8 years now. As of 2024, a couple months here, it'll be 8 years. But anyways, I started making it more so digital and learning the processes through the DAW. I use Studio One. When my mom passed away, she passed away from ALS, and so that's when I came up with the name for Buried Inside of Us, like overall. And my last producer was kind of an asshole at the end of the day and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how he feels now and stuff like that, but he was like, when I left the label when my mom passed, I was like, hey, I just need to worry about myself, and like just kind of take some time. He's like, you no longer a foot in the door. It's just a bunch of crap. But I was like, all right, fine. So kind of like a little, kind of like a spit in the face, more or less. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to learn this myself. I'm going to try to do my own processes to make music. And so I got Studio One, and I got a bunch of libraries and stuff like that. And I learned how to put songs together and things of that sort. And then I added in, use different processes in the DAW itself. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I had an MPK 249 making different beats and stuff. And overall, I made these different tracks, and as time progressed, I've made way better tracks, but I'm not putting so much effort into making just the instrumental sound good. I want the vocal tone to sound good. I want everything to sound good. I want the storyline to be placed. So I started going in there, learning different things about vocals, and the one thing that I've done mixing and mastering on for like the last several years, and finally got it done. Like this song was, it came close, but it wasn't fully done as far as where I'm at right now. But stuff that I've learned recently and stuff, I've made my jumps and everything like that, like literally like compressed so much that it's it sounds the same level, or it sounds like you can see the heaviness and everything like that. I've gotten way better at production. And this was kind of something I look back on, and like this was just like literally last year. I see myself a lot further down the line, but I see some amazing artists that have come through the line and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, AJ, obviously you guys and stuff like that. Like I've seen like you guys just massively just give it and stuff, and it's given me hope, faith, and just this massive drive to achieve this goal, to really try to get the best that I possibly can be, and stay humble at the same time. Just try to do the best that I possibly can, but even better. You know, like always strive to be better. And I really do appreciate you guys a lot, because you guys freaking rock. You guys kill it. I love that. It's inspirational, and I look at you guys like that. So thank you guys as well.
Thanks, man.
For real. It means a lot.
So where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Orange County, Anaheim, California.
Okay.
Let's go.
He's like, my boy.
Born and raised there.
Already, hell yeah, no shit.
Yes.
Dude, hell yeah. That's killer, dude, hell yeah. Fucking, I've lived in Oklahoma for quite some time now, but I still, a lot of my family, basically like 90% of my family are from Cali. Like, I'm basically the only one out here in Oklahoma. My other family lives in North Carolina, so it's like, I'm right here, you know?
You're in the middle there.
Yeah, I ended up here. I've moved back and forth and stuff since freshman year back in high school and stuff like that. I actually ended up moving out here after I visited my grandpa. I came back and I all of a sudden lived in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And we stopped there and shit. I woke up in the fucking truck and shit like that. My grandpa was like, "Hey, surprise!" And I was like, "Ah, what the fuck?" Like, I've never even been to Oklahoma, my guy. The only thing I think of is fucking Twisters. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. No.
oh, but like it was terrible. We had our first fucking Twisted siren went off and shit. I'm freaking the fuck out, having a massive panic attack. I'm like, we're gonna die. And like they're like, it's okay. Apparently this happens all the time. I'm like, I know.
Okay, wait.
Do you move them again?
Like,
I have to ask you. The other day when we had the earthquake, were you the only one calm in the house?
Yeah, Kat was in the fucking bed. She's like, we're having an earthquake, and I was looking over at the Windex bottles and shaking. I was like, oh yeah. She's like, I gotta text a bunch of people. Like, I was like, why? It's a fucking earthquake. And she's like, oh, it was massive. Like, what?
All you Californians are just like, earthquakes, whatever, and that's like how we are with tornadoes. We're just like,
yeah,
I'm going to bed.
Go outside, crack a beer, you're good.
Where's the lawn chair?
I feel like I'd be like skateboarding, because like I skateboard like now comparatively, but I feel like back then if I would have had enough balls and courage to surf, I felt like it would have been on the same level. It's like they're having earthquakes. It's like, oh, it's fine. I felt like the floor was like this, and I was like, my body naturally was doing this body movement. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like, it was weird.
Yeah, so like the number one thing I always tell like people that move here from different states, I'm like, if you hear tornado sirens and it is raining outside, that is a tornado warning. And they're like, okay, what do we do? I was like, look at somebody that's lived here their whole life. If they're not panicking, there's no need to panic.
Yeah, no one else is panicking, and I'm over here fucking freaking out, having a fucking panic attack, fucking literally on a loaf of bread, go. And so like, they're like, it's okay, it happens. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. This sucks balls. I'm not even famous. Like, I have money. I'm fucking poor. They're gonna bury me in a fucking burlap sack somewhere.
It's always the best, dude.
Look,
I remember
the tornado sirens is just the call of the people here in Oklahoma. Okay,
That's
that's all it is.
It's like I got a real fun story real quick. I used to work in a kitchen, right? And it was in a big tower in downtown, and get a lot of business people going through there, and there were some people, and you could hear the tornado sirens going off outside. Everyone in that kitchen is still working. And this person comes up and is like, "Oh my God, they're telling us we need to take shelter and blah 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 blah." So we all decide to take our break at that time. We go outside. We're standing there. We're looking up at the sky, and that person's coming outside with us because the shelter was across the road. And they're like, "Aren't you guys going to the shelter?" And we're like,
"Nope."
Nah. You guys have a death wish?
Alone.
No, I just got to tell this story the other day to somebody. My parents adopted me. The day they brought me home, the tornado sirens were going off, and my first moments in life were spent in a Frady hole.
Oh, that's metal as fuck.
Yeah, my parents were like, "Yeah, we set your stroller down that we had you in for 5 seconds so we could pull the door open and get your grandmother in there." And we look back, and your stroller's going through the yard. He's like, "I've never seen your dad move so fast."
All right.
That's awesome.
So what genre would you say you are specifically?
Me, my main genre, like I guess you could classify in the area, it would be a new metal spectrum area. I love doing everything in music, from anywhere from soft rock to death metal, but I always massively love new metal. Now with the rap stuff and stuff like that, the reason being is because I went through about 8 different bands, and I was so ready to do it. Like my whole life I've been so ready to do it, and then it just kept flopping. More and more people kept, coming in, going out, coming in, going out. And then I realized, like, in order to do this and be successful, I'm gonna have to at least start doing this solo. And I headlined Hoodstock, and I did my thing on that area. And I did stuff for Chris Calico and Death Angel. We did the terrible on that area. The different story of time for that, but I really, really like the new metal area. Like that's literally where my voice sits really well with. Would be like new metal and alternative. So some sort of heavy. I don't know if it's post or if it's
almost like a new metal fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because I actually had a friend come to one of our shows. It was the first time we'd ever played with you. I believe it was at the Shrine.
Yeah, the Shrine. Yeah, that was my second show coming back on, like after years.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was like hardly anyone knew who you were. Like we didn't know who you were. And like at this point, we had people like showing up for us because like we'd been around for like 2 years and shit like that. And I remember one of my coworkers at the time came with me because he wanted to come see my band, and you go up there and you do like 2 songs, and he's like, "Dude, this kid's really fucking good." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, he's fucking badass, dude." He goes, "Dude, he's like if Jonathan Davis pursued a rap career instead of going with Korn." And I was like, "That is a great way to put it."
That's a great example.
That is a great
And that's
example.
how I described you to these guys whenever I was
You were
talking
so
about
kind to me, bro. Like one of the biggest things with that, and I don't mean to take up a bunch of time with this, but I do want to state this. You were so kind to me because when I was outside and I was so fucking nervous, I was so anxiety ridden. And I came up to you and stuff like that, and I was telling you, I was like, I'm fucking nervous as fuck, bro, but I'm gonna do this. And you're like, yeah, you're gonna fucking do it, bro, and it's gonna be fucking awesome, and you're gonna rock out. And all I thought about was like, dude, the energy that you had, and you still carry this, that Jack Black fucking energy, that fucking because it's you, and I have not seen that with anyone else, dude.
I had someone tell me that at our last Vanguard show. It was like these 2 girls, they came up to buy T-shirts, and they were like, "We want to tell you this. We don't want it to be an insult, but you remind us a lot of Jack Black when you're up on stage." I'm like, "No, that's awesome. I fucking love Jack Black because I do like shit like this with my hands." I do. I make a lot of weird movements. I do a lot of back arches. Like Caleb knows. He's seen me do weird
you
shit.
motherfucker. Yeah. Playing the Lights Out on Sheridan together. Yeah, I saw a lot of shit.
Oh God.
But
you fucking kill it on the fucking drum, bro. You be out there fucking just slamming, bro.
Yeah, with my tiny ass kit. Yeah.
I'm waiting to go see him again and just hear that fucking floor tom go like, "Do-wah," because he like fucking rips a hole in it.
Fuck you! Don't you put that evil out there.
That's the 300 Tom. That's the 300 Tom. That's the
fucking...
go to fucking war with Persia Tom. That's
Caleb's gonna be fucking Caleb's gonna be thinking of that in his next show, and like all it's going through his head is,
"Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby!
Don't you dare!" All right. So just to kind of help with time constraints here, let's go ahead. Fuck you. You're the one who wanted to go on fucking tangents.
This is your fault.
Fuck you. All right. We're going to jump ahead to the funniest question that we have here. Now, this is one that we do kind of for fun. We had to think of 3 people real quick because we forgot to do it Monday night. All right. So,
Who did we pick for the third one? Oh, yeah. Never mind.
this is a fuck, marry, kill. I'm going to give you 3 names. You got to pick. You ready? Bob Ross, Mr. Rogers, and Dick Van Dyke. His face.
You're a terrible person for this. How could you do that?
I tried to get him to throw George Fisher in there, but they wouldn't.
I would totally fuck. Gotta fuck Bob Ross because we can't kill him. Or maybe we should marry him. I don't know.
Listen, knowing Bob Ross's history, he used to be in the army and then went peaceful. I don't know, man. He could be gentle or he could be aggressive.
He's a total dom. He's a total dom. He's a dom. Bob Ross a dom. He's gonna paint you a little asshole.
So are you saying you're gonna be a power bottom?
Afro back.
I don't know. I'm so confused.
Okay. So Bob Ross, you gonna fuck, marry, kill. What do you got?
I'm marry Bob Ross.
All right,
I
all
don't know
right.
if I want to fuck him. I just might be like.
You just want to marry him. Okay.
It's for benefits. It's for benefits.
Benefits. Okay. Mr. Rogers?
You're treading dangerous waters here. That's an Oklahoma boy.
Fuck. I can't kill him because I feel like he'll come back like fucking Jason or fucking Freddy. Like.
Haven't you ever heard the song, the fucking Ultimate Battle of Ultimate History?
Power?
Yes.
Dude, yes.
Bloodstained sweater.
Bloodstained sweater? Yes.
You know what you're
Okay.
dealing with.
So, alright, I'm gonna kill him because I
Ultimate
know he'll
Showdown
come
of
back.
Ultimate Destiny.
You gotta
There it
okay,
is.
so you're gonna kill Mr. Rogers. So that means you're
Out
gonna
of respect, yeah.
you're gonna fuck Dick Van Dyke.
I have to.
Ugh,
You gonna let him clean your chimney?
God. You're gonna be massaging brains.
It's a terrible fucking area.
All right. Well, you all heard it first, so all right. Let's go ahead and jump to our final little segment here. This is our music gear and show tips segment of the podcast. We're going to give you a chance to give a couple of tips. It could be about music gear or shows. But as always, for those of you who have been watching for the past 45 episodes, you know the first tip, as always, is...
Don't
suck.
That is as a musician or as a person.
All right. So, what do you got, Andy? What's your first tip to give to our audience?
Damn it, AJ.
As a vocalist, I will say 100% always bring an extra 20-foot monster cable XLR and bring a Shure 58. No matter fucking what.
And if you have
Second
my
of all-
suggestion, bring a Beta 58. That's the one I use.
Hey, the betas are fucking solid, bro. Betas are solid. I will say, also on top of it, make sure to warm up. Make sure to. It doesn't matter if you're in front of a fuck ton of people or not. It does not fucking matter. Close your fucking mouth. Hum that shit. Get that shit out. Get that fucking congestion out. Maybe even have one beer, maybe a shot, whatever the case. You loosen up a little bit. Do not get too drunk. Go up there and give it your fucking all. No matter what, at the end of the fucking day, it matters about you going and showing what you have. Even if it doesn't sound to you amazing, because you're going to give yourself so much judgment as the artist, they're going to love it because you're giving your all.
Yeah.
It's the biggest piece that I can give at all, hands down.
That's
Hell
straight
yeah.
up great advice.
That is
Like,
perfect
seriously.
advice.
There's been many times I have fucked up on stage. Nobody knows and nobody cares
Yep.
because they're there to have a good time. And guess what? If they catch the fuck up, that makes you more human. It makes you more relatable.
That's the thing I gotta say towards you, AJ. You said that you did a little bit at the Vanguard. I didn't hear you at all, but you said you did. And then you jumped right back into your area. And when you mentioned it and I looked back and I remember the little thing, I didn't even think of it anything. I just saw that you did. Like you did a little hand movement and you kind of looked a little sideways and then you went right back into it. It was literally a split second. And when
was-
you mentioned it, it went back.
I know what song.
It was literally, it sounded so killer though. But what you hear comparatively to what they hear, it's a big difference, bro. You fucking kill it, bro. You are a fucking phenomenal vocalist, bro. Fucking slap city, bro. Everyone
man.
fucking loves when you're on fucking stage, bro. Just throwing that out there.
Yep. Is that what you got for us?
That and don't smoke crack.
Good.
That's
good.
a fair one.
That's
I mean,
that's a fair one. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Andy so much for joining us this evening with Buried Inside of Us. As always, thank you to my co-hosts, Chicken, Eater of Beef Nuggets, and Clutch Lucky. For those of you watching on Facebook, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, follow the page. I know I'm forgetting something. Make sure to check out Buried Inside of Us. You can find them across social media. You're on Facebook, obviously. Are you on Instagram?
Yes, everything's Buried Inside of Us. Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. Verified on Google. I got my badge on there.
Hell yeah.
I got it's all under that. I am in a couple bands and stuff like that. Regardless, right now we're talking about this specifically, so this goes on here.
You may be back soon.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of different areas. Honestly, with all of this, I definitely want to mention the fact that I want to do a music video for you guys at some point. And I'm going to mention this in this video because this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I want to definitely have the chance to do a music video for both of you. I'm not going to charge anything whatsoever. I want this to be something that you guys have and I can bring to the table.
AJ,
So if that's something...
Naked Jello Wrestling?
Fuck it.
We actually host for Rocklahoma. We have an official campground that they're performed last year at Flocking Nightmare. It wasn't on the stages, which I wish it was, but I did a Flocking Nightmare. They had a big ass stage. They rented 14 campsites, and
Dude, they make it so hard for fucking locals to get on Rocklahoma.
I know it was a bitch, but I'm getting connections with it. I definitely want you guys out there. I wanna see if I can get the connections this year. I'm supposed to talk with biggers this year.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I can get that connection, because if I do, I totally fucking goddamn I totally want you guys out there. Holy fuck, you guys would fucking, people would flip when they saw you guys. Bro, saying energy, it's still it's there.
We'll get.
I don't even know what to do with my hands. What to do with my hands?
Just put him down by your side, Ricky. Just put him down by your side. All right, there you go. So for those of you watching on Facebook, you will find links as soon as he gets them to me. I will be posting those within the next 2 days. And of course, as always, for those of you watching on YouTube,
shut
the
fuck
up.
God damn it.
Shit ain't nothing to me, man. I'll kill you, you stupid piece of shit.
in reality, for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you.
I'm serious too. Anyway.
Thank you for tuning in. I did. I was like, hold on.
I was like, oh, this is going to be like a dick tease.
But those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for sticking it out with us. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Check out Andy and Buried Inside of Us at all the links down below in the description. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Besides, one last thing. If you guys have it, you can go over to our TeePublic page. Just look up GunkPunk's Backstage Podcast. We do have T-shirts on there. Thankfully, AJ, I'm pointing in this direction because of my camera placement and everything. But I should be. I'm going to do this because that's going to be in the right direction. So whichever way. He's made some of the designs for our T-shirts on there, so you can get some different ideas. We've got some metal designs. We've got some country designs. We've even got one that says, "That boy got the juice." We've got one with...
Boy got the juice.
That boy got the juice. Oh, Keith! All right. But, yeah, so definitely go check out our merch. Get you a T-shirt, get you a hoodie, get you whatever. Definitely follow Buried Inside of Us. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see you all next week. Bye!
And listen here, you fuckers. It's going to be fucking awesome next week. We got an album to listen to. asshole's gonna hurt.